to our game of the day. The Reebok Stadium hasn't been a happy hunting ground for Arsenal. Their last 3 league games there had ended in defeat. And following their disappointing run of 4 points from a possible 15, the Gunners knew they'd be in for another testing trip to Bolton. Gary Megson made 2 changes from the side that drew with Manchester City. J. Lloyd-Samuel replaced the injured Ricardo Gardner. Gavin McCann came in for the suspended Kevin Nolan. Arsenal made 3 changes from the team that lost to Chelsea. Diaby, Sendros and Bentner replaced Sagna, Adebayor and Abui. The last 2 were on the bench. Commentary comes from Davy Provan and Martin Tyler.
So 3rd from bottom, kick off against 3rd from top. And both sides, Davy Provan, in serious need of victory.
Yeah, I think for different reasons, Martin. A draw, no good to either side. If Arsenal are going to win the title, they need to pick up the 3 points, and likewise Bolton. I don't think draws are going to be any good to them if they're to survive. I watched them last week. They did a lot of good things against Manchester City, but as you mentioned earlier on, they don't have a goal scorer. In the absence of Kevin Nolan today, it's just difficult to see where they're going to find a goal or two.
Here's Hleb with Kolo Touré. He's no stranger to playing as a right back, but of course much of his recent football for Arsenal has been in the centre of the defence, where Gallas has Philippe Senderos as his partner at the outset. Diaby on the left of Arsenal's midfield, Hleb on the right. Flamini trying to take it through. One thing that the Arsenal players might be pleased with is the rain that's fallen in the last hour or so. It's actually given the pitch a bit of sheen, a bit of slickness. If they can get their passing game going again, but 5 Premier League matches without a win, 4 draws and the defeat after leading at Stamford Bridge. If they don't win here, it'll be the worst sequence in the Premier League since Arsene Wenger took over as manager. And here's Guthrie, trying to, well, in the end put it across the face of the goal, which he did, but there was no one far enough forward to convert it into a chance for Bolton Wanderers.
Yeah, just a slack square pass here from Cesc Fabregas, uncharacteristic mistake from Fabregas. Guthrie doesn't have time to get his head up, plays it into an area where he's hoping somebody's attacking the back post. But the ball's just a little bit too quick, a little bit too heavy.
Andy O'Brien with the header, followed by J. Lloyd-Samuel. Pretty dependable character to be able to bring in place of the injured Gardner. Bentner taking it past Andy O'Brien. He just under some duress from the defender. Bentner wanted a goal for himself. He wasn't thinking about going to ground and maybe getting a decision outside or even inside the penalty area.
Well, he looked favourite once he got goal side of Andy O'Brien, but it was a costly final touch there that took it into El Habsi. I think you saw there that Bentner is quicker than Andy O'Brien. Might want to give himself a yard, a little bit of insurance, and not go as tight on the striker as he was there.
Here's Kevin Davis. Robin van Persie likes to just drop off the front and get the ball to feet. Still feeling his way back into action after his lengthy layoff. Arsenal could really do with him coming good here. Clichy. Not much time after the international assignments for his players on Tuesday and Wednesday for Arsene Wenger to work on the specific shape of this group of players. And they'll try and win it their way. Bolton really with their backs to the wall. Really is teeming down at the Reebok. It rather reflects the situation that Gary Megson and his team find themselves in. And here's Flamini. Clare. Fabregas eventually getting it. He demanded it a bit earlier.
Quick surface you were talking about earlier on, Martin. Ball just zipped off the surface here out of play. But I think the other problem that the absence of Anelka gives Bolton, opposing teams now know they can play as high as they want. There's nobody quick enough to go in behind, and Arsenal will expect to lose headers to Kevin Davies today, but they want to lose them well up the pitch, and already they're squeezing the game right into the Bolton half.
It's a fine ball by Senderos into the space that Fabregas was moving into. Kleb, Flamini, who was a substitute for France, didn't get on against England in Paris on Wednesday. Gallas played in that game. Bender, maybe overcomplicating the touch. Just angled it off in a straightforward fashion. Might have found Van Persie.
Just interesting, yeah, interesting that when Bender came short, Van Persie went long, and there's maybe got to be some communication here between the two centre-backs of Bolton and Ivan Campo in terms of who's going to pick Van Persie up. They're going to have to keep talking.
From the Arsenal point of view, it was a good sign, wasn't it? We've seen them do it the other way round in the opening moments of the game. And Bentner got in. And this time he went short, and Van Persie immediately recognised the need to be further forward. Well, the clocks go forward to British summertime tonight. Ali Al-Habsi's made some favourable impressions in his short time. He's had 5 games in a row now in place of Jussi Jääskeläinen from Oman. Playing some club football in Norway. Diaby. Gallas. Played by Samuel. His last start in the Premier League was in December. Probably made the impact here at Bolton that he hoped when he left Aston Villa. Senderos. Diaby. Gallas. It's a sparring really from Arsenal's point of view. Amazing however good you are as a team and as individual players, when you have a run of indifferent results, the confidence does drop. The best kick by Al-Habsi, but Guthrie eased it on to Davis, who played his part. Matt Taylor. Guthrie, on loan from Liverpool, of course. He did play against Arsenal in the Carling Cup for Liverpool, that game that finished 3-6 at Anfield last season. So it's quite an education for him and some of the other Liverpool youngsters who were picked by Rafa Benitez that night. Diaby, Flamini, Fabregas. Kleb's ball, Van Persie, he's in here, and Al-Habsi says well, but the flag, in fact, was up.
Well, no wonder Andy O'Brien certainly dropped off to pick up the run of Bender here. It's a fraction, half a yard at most. Otherwise, he is in. Delightful ball into the inside left channel. Andy O'Brien had dropped off, more concerned with Bentner's run, and it opened up beautifully.
Yeah, I must say, with the naked eye, it didn't look offside. It did go up, and Al-Habsi wasn't aware that it was offside anyway. Still made a very good stop. Here's Van Persie again, taken on by Flamini. Persie won't get that. Clichy. Almost as if Bolton are trying to draw Arsenal on here, and even though they're at home, play on the break. It's a dangerous tactic. And here's Bentner winding up for the shot, which is deflected. And Arsenal come close again.
That's a lovely switch there from Flamini to find Kleb. Good early ball in, and Bentner had just held his position. Gary Cahill dropped off him. That allowed him to get the shot away.
It's Senderos powering in. It's last for a corner, but they're not going to get it.
It's difficult to defend that type of ball. It takes a big dip there at the front post. Even if it Danny Guthrie who was picking Senderos up there.
Senderos played for Switzerland in midweek. They were heavily beaten by Germany. His goalkeeper, incidentally, was Jens Lehmann. Still with Arsenal and getting the shelter of sitting on the bench today, as he has for most of the season. Toure. Kleb. Between two and got his free kick.
He was unlucky. Tries to stay up there, Alexander Kleb. Breaking into very good space, had he?
Well, Bolton guilty of lots of concentration here.
Well, I think the movement of the front two are giving the two Bolton centre-backs a major problem, even this early in the game. Bentner completely unmarked here as he made the long run. J. Lloyd Samuel couldn't get anything on it at the front post. It's just a little bit heavy for the striker.
Well, Arsenal have territorially got an early grip on proceedings here. But, Bolton do put together one or two passes until Guthrie is squeezed out by the corner flag. It's a goal kick.
Well, we will see Bolton do any set pieces at all they get in the Arsenal half of the pitch. Anything in the Arsenal half will be launched for Kevin Davies. They're going to have to take anything they can get from set pieces, because in open play, I think we've already seen the pattern of the game established here.
Touched on by Bentner. Diaby. And Percy wanting to get it onto the left foot, and in doing so, he got into a more central position.
Well, he made a very nice shooting position for himself there. Just couldn't quite get the inside of his left foot around the ball. Didn't get enough leather on it. But they have had one or two half chances already. I think Arsene Wenger, on what we've seen so far, will be pretty pleased.
Adebayor has had a lean time in front of goal. Recently, he played for Togo on Tuesday. A match that was played in Europe, in fact played in Paris against Guinea. He is here if needed for later on. Kleb. Clichy. Brian over the top of Bentner. He wasn't really jumping. Juve. Here's Steinson with the cross. And a great header by Matt Taylor. So Bolton, who've hardly had a sniff of the ball, put Arsenal in trouble at the Reebok yet again.
Well, he makes up a lot of ground. You see him on the far side, and look at the determination here to get across Kolo Toure. One thing in his mind, get it down into the ground. And with that amount of pace on it, there's nothing Almunia can do here. What a terrific cross from Steinson. Comes in at a beautiful height, and Almunia knew nothing about it. First good bit of work they've managed to get Bolton. They needed to get people into the box. And Matt Taylor broke his neck to hit that back post area.
And broke his duck as a Bolton player. It's his 13th game since his move from Portsmouth, and it's unlucky for Arsenal. All that type of football had come from the Gunners in the opening minutes. But with 14 minutes on the clock, it's Bolton who score. Here's Bentner trying to get in behind Andy O'Brien again. Well, he anticipated that Steinson would cross it quickly, and he got the reward for it. And it was a super header.
I think if the forward gets the run on the defender, you know, Touré's going to struggle. Touré actually went to meet the ball, but not as quickly as Matt Taylor.
And here's Davis, and Bolton have ended their goal drought.
Just wonder what it'll do for their heads, Martin. They looked last week against Manchester City as if they could play all night and not score. They look like a side who were feeling sorry for themselves, and I just wonder what this goal will do.
Well, they've gone 6 matches without a victory in the Premier League. 5 of those defeats. Drew with Manchester City. The game you saw, Davey, last weekend, and as Arsene Wenger demonstrating with Pat Rice about how the goal was conceded as Gary Megson stands tall in his technical area. Sandros didn't win the header. It's the considerable nuisance value that Kevin Davis presents. Touré.
Going to be that kind of day, isn't it? Demonstrated by Gavin McCann there. Bolton are going to have to close down as if their lives depend on it.
Ivan Campo. Here's Fabregas. Bentner couldn't keep it. Players that Gary Megson has brought in, Steinson right back, Taylor on the left of midfield, or anywhere down the left-hand side really can play. But combining there, it's a feather in the manager's cap.
I think Steinson in particular, I think we saw him at his very best when he delivered for the goal, but at set pieces in either box, he is very, very productive, defends well and attacks it well. And Bolton have corners and free kicks as well.
And now Arsenal have to score 2 to win. And that's if they don't concede again to this, as I say, set up to play as an away team, really. Bolton at home, a counter-attack. And it had real quality about it. Ensure really now is that his players don't start feeling sorry for themselves. Grounds that have given them plenty of grief in recent years. Might have been handballed by Van Persie. Chris Foy indeed has given the decision. Just lent into it.
Shelton extended his right arm. It's a good spot from Chris Foy, his blind side. I don't know how he managed to spot that. Down his right arm.
It's a much more rousing atmosphere at the Reebok Stadium now. Arriving here today, almost sense talking to Bolton people. They were accepting their fate that would be descending into the Championship. But what a goal can do, but it's come early in the piece and there's plenty of time for Arsenal to recover. Fabregas. Touré. Many there to back him up. So Fabregas instead. And Bolton can break again here with Juve and Davis. Plenty of support in White arriving. Davis picking out to Steinson. He's already set up one goal, and Clichy has to be on his case to stop another potentially dangerous cross coming in.
Well, he must have made up 70 yards there on the right-hand side to Steinson. Kevin Davis may have shot, may have got the shot away, decided to look for the pass instead, and this is exactly what Bolton have to take advantage of. Set pieces, no shortage of targets and white shirts there.
Headed away by Bentner from Taylor's corner. Kleb brought down as he was trying to send Arsenal forward on the break.
Maybe not a bad free kick to give away. Kleb breaking into good space here had he stayed up. Gives Bolton a chance to get goal side again, and that's what they're doing any time they lose it. Only Kevin Davis in the Arsenal half of the pitch.
Arsenal's throw. And again. Toure. The corner if it goes. Taylor made sure it didn't go. Headed out by McCann. Kleb. Wide to Toure. Now Bentner. To Toure again, well played by Arsenal. They did get in behind here and they've got a corner for it.
Oh, made a lovely angle there, Kolo Toure, to make sure he stayed on side. Give and go, and he's in behind. To be fair to Bolton, they came out to press the ball really quickly through Gavin McCann.
Sandroff trying to do a bit of blocking off here so that Bentner can attack it. And it comes onto the head of Cahill. Not exactly a clearing header, but Guthrie helped him out. Now Kleb. Clichy. Whip it in first time. It's a weak one from McCann. Bentley plays it against Stephen Campo. This one's away from Davis. Waiting a pass is not easy. Clichy. Go back almost 6 years to find Arsenal's last win at the Reebok Stadium in a league game. And if Bolton were to go down, I find too many the Arsenal players are disappointed. Reebok would not be on the fixture list next season.
To be fair, it wasn't a typical Bolton goal that they lost today. It was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? The width they got. The cross and the way it was attacked. It's a super piece of football.
Diaby. Flamini. Ivan Campo. They're being caught by McCann. Referee will just have to keep an eye on how Bolton are breaking up these Arsenal attacks. And, cynical fouls, or not dangerous fouls to the health of the opposition, but a bit cynical in terms of stopping the momentum of moves. Clipped by Fabregas, and Al-Habsi takes charge.
Just wondered if he gave his central defenders an early shout there. It was played into a perfect area. Centre-backs screaming for him to come, I'm sure, and he did well.
Clichy. Now Diaby. Diaby probably wouldn't put left midfield as his most natural position, but that's where Arsene Wenger chooses to use him. Gary makes them be quite pleased, although recognising Arsenal's quality, to see the number of passes that are being played. It gives his side a chance to sit back and try and, as a collective unit, snuff out the danger. But here's Touré's cross. Not quite delivered as Steinson's was so successfully for Bolton, to create the game's opening goal at the other end. Lamine. Slebu gives it away that time. Samuel. Fabregas in there fighting, and needs to be fully focused for Arsenal. There's a triple header coming up against Liverpool. The first two of those three games are at the Emirates. Champions League quarter-final first leg, and then the Premier League meeting.
You've did well there to win the free kick. Just make sure he got his body between Kleb and the ball. Kleb couldn't make a clean challenge. And a bit of work for Arsenal to do here now.
Arsenal pulled everyone back, which has given Bolton licence to really attack in numbers themselves. On it, Almunia. Well, it dropped for a moment to Taylor, but just a moment. Shot by Steinson. Here's Kleb. Now Fabregas. Diaby, just about collected by Clichy. Fabregas trying to plot an equaliser here. Lamine comes out to make a challenge on him. Due on Kleb. Arsenal do pass it quicker, but not in areas that are immediately going to hurt Bolton Wanderers, who lead by a goal to nil. Fine movement by Van Persie. Again, a fraction of a second, he had a chance to tee up Bentner, who was just holding on the edge of the penalty area.
Oh, he just threw Steinson short there, Bentner. Opened up the channel for Van Persie to get into.
Drops here for Kleb. Touré. Deflection on the shot, and Hamzi, for him, moving quickly at a sudden goal area, can't be too easy. Was setting off to try and deal with it, but it actually was well wide of his goal, and another corner for Arsenal. Touré again. Well, when your luck's in, those end up in the bottom corner, but Arsenal's isn't at the moment.
Yeah, took at least two deflections there. Final one off Gallas, inside of his left leg. With that pace on it, goalkeeper didn't know much about it.
Goal kick. Diaby challenging Guthrie. The challenge and the ball. Steinson plays safe. Came over here a couple of years back for trials with Bolton and wasn't taken on, but they noted his name, kept an eye on his progress. Strong connections between Bolton Wanderers and football in Iceland, going back to the Gudni Bergson times. Good Johnson, of course. Juve. Good footwork by Diaby. One or two options central, and he ignored them. Bolton just happy to get it away. Even Campo complaining to the referee that Steinson was actually fouled after the clearance. Troy, it was just the fortunes of the battle. And the heads on. Cahill just diverts it away from Van Persie, and Hapsi with a loud enough shout to get Samuel out of the way. The goalkeeper from Oman taking his time, as Van Persie was trying to point out to referee Foy. Who's going to be dealt with by Chris Foy here. Steinson has stayed down. Some hostility around the stadium. The referee will try. Only it's a red card. Arsenal a goal down and now down to 10 men, and there's still an hour to play.
Well, certainly a straight leg, that's for sure. No real complaints there at the moment from Arsene Wenger. Chris Foy certainly had no hesitation. And he's quite right, it's a shocking challenge. It's in his left leg as well, it's the planted leg that he hits.
And so often in these reckless tackles, it's a player pursuing a ball that's running away from the tackler. And in trying to get there, there's a huge danger in the reach to the opponent and indeed to the player who commits the foul, as Diaby's just found out. He's off. And the battlers of Bolton really now have a situation here very much to their advantage.
Well, there's been so much talk about that kind of challenge, and he gave Chris Foy absolutely no choice there. To be fair to the referee, he was into his pocket right away. I wonder how badly hurt Steinson is. He's a lucky boy if he can't continue.
Well, we often hear the expression "in the current climate," and certainly Arsene Wenger maybe feeling that Steinson's recovered quicker than maybe the original impact suggested he might, but nonetheless, there's no disguising Steinson, as you say, is fortunate that there wasn't more damage done, because Diaby was late and lunged and was nowhere near the ball. As I say, in the current climate, referees are reaching for red cards for those type of tackles, and the players know that. But here's Bentner. He's still going on. There's a deflection that took it up perhaps kindly for Al-Habsi to get across. A decent height for the goalkeeper to make the save, but an important stop so soon after the red card. If Arsenal hit back straight away with 10 men against 11 and had damaged Bolton's resolve here, he made sure it didn't happen.
Scott with the ball over the top. Gary Cahill did well initially there and then managed to make a second block. Well, certainly took most of the pace of the second effort. Good defending from Gary Cahill. But a lesson there, one ball, taking the two central defenders out of the game.
McCann. A bad time at Bolton for Arsenal again, thus far. Van Persie's obviously going to play a bit deeper now. Toure. One thing Arsene Wenger's team has had down the years, his teams have had a fair amount of opportunity playing short-handed. Toure. Challenge from Taylor as he went for the cross.
It's going to leave them with an awful lot of work to do in midfield, because Bolton have 5 when they lose it. And Persie's going to have to muck in there.
Arsene Wenger in the ear of the assistant referee Roy Burton. kick to Bolton. What will, I think, help them in these now advantageous circumstances? They've got a lot of experienced players out there, like Ivan Campo, Gavin McCann, Kevin Davis, Andy O'Brien. Nice and takes. That was Gary Cahill coming in behind Davis, being able to kill the ball.
Just knocked it in a straight line there for Kevin Davis. Always just playing for the second ball. He's just trying to help it across goal. Senderos is going to pick him up at every set piece. So he's going to have his work cut out, the Swiss.
Guthrie. Flag is up. Bolton fans who might not be getting carried away with the circumstances here in Bolton's favour would remember recently that Jason Kumas was sent off playing for Wigan against Bolton, and Wigan still won.
This rain goes off, Martin. Ball just starting to hold up a little bit. Last thing that Gary Megson needs in this situation.
Here's Guthrie, carrying it well enough. There's a roll on it at the moment, and Bolton are on a roll. At least as far as this match is concerned, and what a tonic it would be in their fight against relegation if they can pick up 3 much-needed points, but also carry the scalp of Arsenal. This is a club that in the last 4 seasons has finished in the top 8. Party company with Sam Allardyce just over a year ago, and it's never quite been the same here since. Gallas. Cahill. Campo. Taylor, the goal scorer. By Toure. Free kick to Arsenal against Ivan Campo.
I think that's where they want to make those kind of tackles, and they are cynical, but if they don't make them there, they're going to have to make them on the edge of their own box. They're going to try and meet Arsenal as high up the pitch as they can.
Clichy. Did well to make that his. Fabregas. Torres spent a lot of time paging forward from right back. Fabregas blocked by Andy O'Brien. Campo turns away. Davis leads it to Juve, which perhaps wasn't the wiser decision because Gallas was making up the ground. Here's Hleb. Losing out. Senderos. It's a risky game. McCann finally just filling in alongside Gallas. Buy Arsenal a bit of time.
I think that's the problem. You know, in the absence of Anelka, they can't really break at you quickly, Bolton. That's why Diouf had to wait on a bit of support there, play it square.
McCann. Clichy able to cut it out. And the point you made, David, about waiting to pass through the wetter part of the pitches, Fabregas was left on his heels waiting for the ball to arrive, and just allowed Bolton to regroup around him in midfield, where they can sort out a numerical advantage. There must have been when you were playing, Davey, some fixtures where you think, oh no, we get nothing when we go there. And
oh, definitely, yeah. I think it is in the Arsenal psyche now. started as bright as a button, right enough. Looked as if they were going to take Bolton apart, but the goal has asked the question.
Here's Clichy. Fabregas. Out by Steinson. McCann. Fabregas in there. And risking maybe some rods from the referee if he mistimed that. He didn't. Pursuing possession when the odds were against the would-be tackler. Flamini. Here's Van Persie. Telling Arsenal go to the left where Clichy is waiting. And Fabregas, they get there. Fabregas again. Flamini. Up top, we're both moving the same direction that time, away from the man in possession. Clichy. Ryan got out of the way of it, and there's plenty of wind gusting about at ground level. She knocks with Gary Megson. Faces on the Arsenal bench inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. Bolton lead by a goal to nil. Diaby has been red carded for Arsenal. Steinson. Touré's there. Fabregas. Now Gallas. Touré. And the chasing. Giving a bit of depth to the defending there. Mopping it up well.
It's going to be a bit easier for the two centre-backs. They only really have Bentner now in their face. Van Persie's dropping off a lot deeper.
Clichy, straight out to McCann. Getting it back. After Guthrie had rather pulled out of a challenge, and losing control of his balance and losing control of the ball.
I just wonder how much that has to do with the conditions, Martin, or how much it has to do with the sending off. But we've seen one or two players now reluctant to commit. I understand why in this surface. You know, once you are committed, you can't pull out.
Pressure by McCann on Flamini. It's Taylor. It's deflected in. And Bolton lead by 2 goals to nil. What a half Matty Taylor's having. And Gary Megson. Smiles for Bolton, but frowns at the Reebok again for Arsenal.
Well, Gary Megson will tell you that his side are due a break, and they certainly get it here. Taylor made for a right foot shot for Matt Taylor, but he lets it go across his body. Doesn't strike it particularly well. Comes off the left heel of William Gallas there, just enough to wrong foot Almunia. It's just inside his far post, even in full extension he can't get there. What an advantage Bolton have now.
It's always been a feature of Matty Taylor's play as a youngster at Luton Town. And then when he moved to Portsmouth, he's got goals in him, and although that obviously had a piece of William Gallas in it, Taylor took it on. And now Fabregas is in trouble here, and Arsenal have just got to keep their heads, otherwise they'll be down to 9. It's just yellow for Cesc Fabregas. Lose a second player so soon after losing a second goal.
That was great pressure from Gavin McCann that set up the chance in the first place. However lucky Matt Taylor was, he was in there to take the chance, as he was for the first goal as well.
Diouf. Well, I've seen Arsenal lose a 2-0 lead in this fixture. But, well, if Bolton were to end up empty-handed from this position, it would be a relegation confirmer almost. Kevin McCann don't need to do anything rash. He doesn't need. I know he's just pressed Arsenal into an error that's led to the second Bolton goal, but he doesn't need to be chasing Senderos this far up the pitch with half-time beckoning and Bolton 2 goals to the good.
So unusual to see him in such an advanced position. He's been one of the midfield players sitting just in front of Campbell, more determined to stay goal side. But at this stage, Gary Megson will just want to get them in at 2-0, at worst 2-0.
Davis gets the booking. Similar incident to McCann's. Added time before half-time. Bent the heads down. Fabregas. Back heel for Toure. Well, Arsenal started here as though they were going to put this Reebok hoodoo behind them. Attacked incessantly until they were picked off by an early-ish Bolton counter-attack. It's all gone blacker and blacker since then. Toure, Flamini! Oh, that could have made a real psychological difference right on half-time.
It's a great chance. He just holds it round about the penalty spot here, Flamini. Bolton, well, plenty of players goal side, but nobody getting out to the ball. Eventually it's Gary Cahill who's trying to squeeze. But it has to go down as a great chance to get Arsenal back into the game, this side of half-time.
Well, untold riches for Bolton Wanderers at this stage on this day. Tailor-made, you might say. His first with a cross from Steinson and a super header. Steinson then caught by Abu Diaby, who was sent off, and then Taylor got his second goal via a deflection off Gallas. It's all going wrong for Arsenal yet again in this bad run and on this bad ground for them. And at half-time at the Reebok Stadium, it's Bolton Wanderers 2, Arsenal 0.
And he headed one in from a corner.
Glasgow, turn left. Take the next right. Continue straight on. Keep going straight on. Now, enjoy.
The Peugeot 207. For a 24-hour test drive, text 24 to 60222. Peugeot, the drive of your life.
Churchill, you've just lowered car insurance prices in thousands of postcodes to save Britain millions. True or false?
Oh, yeah, I mean, all true.
MoneySupermarket.com is the UK's #1 financial price comparison site. We help people get their best car insurance deal by comparing more quotes than anyone else.
That's the car insurance sorted. What's next?
Whatever you're looking for, MoneySupermarket.com compares the market in seconds to get you the best deal. MoneySupermarket.com, the price comparison site.
With O2, nothing is lost. Store all your numbers and automatically save every text and photo message online. Keep your memories safe with Blue Book.
Param Litaurin Kaunata. Man kan mit boren och man kan mit dudient. Eller verkligen plaggoen. Eller mastridite kanal och start Britannes. Man kan visitoen. Eller man kan proen. Så kan passporten som käse kan pas. Ja, de kan pro med pastroen. I fallen där är som. Så kan man visitoen. Och start Britannes. Angles.
Busca 3 barcos.
¿3 barcos?
At B&Q, there's 15% off all kitchen units. Ryobi Garden Power, bathroom suites, wooden garden furniture and much more. Why pay more?
Arsenal in big trouble at the Reebok at half-time. Bolton leading 2-0 through Matt Taylor's goals. And Abu Diaby's dismissal for his controversial tackle on Greta Steinson has left the Gunners all but down and out in the title race. Later at 10:15 we go interactive, and included in match choice is our Screen 1 game, Birmingham against Manchester City. Now though, back to the Reebok, where Arsenal will need to show all of their character. Our commentators David Provan and Martin Tyler.
Arsenal with 10 men and 2-0 down. It's going to take something very special for the team starting the day third in the Barclays Premier League to get anything from a visit to the club starting third from bottom. Toure, incidentally, is also yellow carded in that spat with Kevin Davis just before half-time. Here's Gallas. Up with Davis for 2 banks of 4 behind that for Bolton. Playing against a depleted side.
Arsenal have got to try and get their 2 full-backs a bit further forward, Martin. Just leave the 2 centre-backs to play against Kevin Davis. Allow the 2 full-backs to become midfield players. Make sure they're not outnumbered in there.
Davis trying to burst around the end outside of Senderos, and in the end forcing the mistake out of the Switzerland international.
It's not pretty at times, but very, very effective, Kevin Davis. Great spirit about him. He's not prepared to give this one up. He does well to win a corner.
Go 2 against 1 here, Bolton. Taylor. Harry Cahill was coming across the line of the shot. Would have been better just trying to step over the ball.
I don't think he can score from that angle as well outside the front post. Great start from Bolton, exactly what Gary Megson would have demanded. The last thing he wants here is Bolton to drop off and try and protect what they have. Against 10 men, they have to try and take the game to Arsenal every chance they can.
Here's Toure. No, he's not making a meal of it. Sometimes Arsenal do burn with a sense of injustice, although one wouldn't expect to hear Arsene Wenger being too critical of Chris Foy about the sending off of Abu Diaby, given Wenger's own remarks on the Martin Taylor incident with Eduardo recently. The officials now in yellow kit that's very similar to the jersey worn by the Arsenal goalkeeper, Manuel Almunia. Diouf. Here's two-goal Taylor. Samuel's ball in, and Almunia in a hurry. Cahill. Straightforward ball, straightforward header. Guthrie. For McCann. Guthrie. Diouf goes down the outside. Here he is. Bolton need numbers in the middle now. Taylor, as he did on the first goal, coming in from the opposite side. McCann. Nicely done by Guthrie. Davis wins the corner off Senderos.
Good spell from Bolton. Going up the pitch together, goal side together. Staying tight as a unit. When they can get white jerseys forward to the edge of that Arsenal box, they're certainly not hesitating.
Just remember that Manchester United lost here this season. It's Gallas. Davis going in. It runs for Cahill. It's another corner.
It's a decent effort from Gary Cahill on the half-turn. Toure, I think it is right in his face here. We've got plenty on it.
Cahill, who once scored an absolute stunning goal for Aston Villa against Birmingham City in the second City derby. He's in there again. Even Campo. Cahill trying to get a foot to it. More defending for Kolo Toure. Good kick by Almunia. Kleb. Sent it out for Bolton by J. Lloyd Samuel. Fabregas. Kleb. Now Flamini. Really in Arsenal's psyche to look for damage limitation, trying to get themselves back in the game. There may well be gaps for Bolton to exploit. Van Persie. Here's Toure. Got two strikers in the middle, and Fabregas backing up in midfield. It's a worthy effort.
It's a half chance. He opened up nicely for himself on the right side. He just dropped his shoulder to get away from Campo. There's a little bit too much cut on it. I don't think Arsenal have a choice here. They have to come up with a system, I think, that keeps Van Persie and Bentner up. That will probably involve pushing the two fullbacks forward. But they've nothing to lose now. As we stand, the game's gone.
Plotting being done by Arsene Wenger and Pat Rice. But, almost looks of resignation on their faces as far as this fixture is concerned. Just wonder what difference it would have made if Flamini had kept that shot down right on half-time. Here goes Diouf going down. It's the Clichy.
He's an important player for Bolton, particularly as the clock ticks down here, because he holds it in so well. Great relief player, takes it into corners. A real nuisance.
Taylor takes on Cahill, and it was fumbled by Almunia at the feet of Davis. A swing and a miss by McCann. Steinson has a crack. Andy O'Brien. Here's Diouf. Bolton very much on the front foot again. McCann deflects off Kleb. Gallas has to stab it away. Saw Almunia coming, but he would never have got there. Here's McCann. Be more pickings for Bolton Wanderers here. Taylor. Followed away by Van Persie, but straight to McCann. And Clichy got in and immediately setting off forward, and he's caught out of position. It's a misplaced pass by Fabregas. Clichy's getting back. He needs to be back now because Van Persie has interrupted the progress from El Hadj Diouf. A few words between the two players. And sensibly, Taylor taking Diouf away. He's got a yellow card.
Well, it's totally needless. Don't know why he didn't throw the ball into the box anyway, Diouf, because the two centre-backs had stayed up from the Matthew Taylor in-swinging free kick. All he had to do was put it in the box. Certainly a rash one from Van Persie, but he doesn't want to get involved there.
Well, like when Fernando Torres was fouled, Chris Foy was the fourth official, incidentally, last Sunday at Old Trafford. And Torres got a caution for dissent that led to the Mascherano suicide mission, really. Anyway, Diouf is still with us, but now on a caution. Here's his ball in, and it would have got in. Almunia hadn't been across. Clichy. Here's Kleb. Clichy trying to get the cross in quickly. One or two front players turned their back on that instead of just supporting Clichy for his attacking sense of adventure.
It's not like him. Normally delivers pretty well from the wide areas, Gael Clichy. I don't think the ball sat up either.
That's Walcott who's getting the tracksuit top off. And Adebayor as well, so digging into their resources on the substitutes bench. Almunia doesn't get there. Certainly a foul. Could have been more costly than that to Arsenal.
Did absolutely brilliantly here, Kevin Davis. Just nicks it no more in front of Almunia. Knew exactly what he was doing to win the free kick. Probably trying to win it inside the box, actually. Fraction out.
Almunia certainly thought he got a foot to the ball, but anyway, it's a free kick that Diouf is eyeing up here. Just diverted away from Andy O'Brien, who's got a goal against Arsenal on his CV in his Newcastle days. Bolton not resting on their laurels. Taken by Taylor, defended by Bentner. Another corner.
Best way to defend a two-goal lead, isn't it? Play the game in the opposition half. They have done well.
Held in by Taylor again. KL!
I think he's expecting to be penalised there, Gary Cahill, for use of the hands here, but the flag stayed down. I don't think the whistle went either. It's all over Kolo Toure there, but no whistle, I don't think.
Well, certainly not, and it's a good save in the end by Almunia. More pressure. Taylor, slipped by Diouf, but he'll still get there. Back to Taylor again, but he's got other tricks up his sleeve. El Hadj Diouf will come across here to Danny Guthrie, can tee up Gavin McCann from a better angle. He plays it in rather than goes for goal. And Arsenal should get it away, but how far? It's McCann again. Guthrie. The corner count rises.
Listen to the stadium. This was a ground that was flat last week, depressed against Manchester City. What a lift those two goals have given them this afternoon, and Bolton now feel they can put the game to bed.
Arsenal, well, they have the men for a rescue mission, they will feel, in Adebayor and Walcott. as long as they don't go 3 down. Next time Rooney has good judgment there and good handling. That particular piece of danger is averted. Guthrie, who gets away here, having won it from Kleb. Davis. Here's Samuel. Day to get back in the team for him. It's almost Olay time, and we've still got more than half an hour to go. Arsene Wenger obviously deciding who to bring off for his double change here. Well, it's Senderos who comes sprinting to the sidelines. Nicholas Bentner. I say that they were looking at it. They were the original choices to come off, those two, but Kleb a moment or two ago got dispossessed and was looking a bit rueful, rubbing his ribs, holding his back. Oh, they can tuck Toure in now. Steinson, who's a really effervescent character, has had to work very hard against adversity to get to play in England's Premier League. Slow developer, some bad injuries. Here's Walcott. Opposite number. He's on the back of the shirt, so maybe in his area of the pitch, Matthew Taylor made the challenge. Campo trying to release Danny Guthrie through the middle.
Well, it's really gone for Arsene Wenger, just two at the back now, picking up. Walcott playing almost as a right wing back, trying to get Clichy forward on the other side, so almost the last throw of the dice here for Arsene Wenger.
Fabregas can't get it to Adebayor's feet. Here's Davis giving chase, Toure trying to get back. Davis has read the bounce well and struck the shot pretty well too.
Well, certainly did read it well. Took a big skid away from him, he anticipated it, decent shot on target.
Kleb, seemingly restored to full health. Adebayor. Van Persie. If Arsenal were to get the next goal, doesn't really look like that in this second half, which has seen some more strong attacking play by Bolton. But here's Van Persie now. After a fair number of Bolton corners at the other end, Arsenal get one of their own. Have a quick chat. Oh, and it's Gallas round the back, and he's in for Arsenal. They've got one back. A contribution from the captain.
I think it takes a nick off Campo at the front post, Martin. That may have fucked Steinson, who's at the back post here for Bolton. Little nick off Campo, and Gallas is reading it round the back post, and all of a sudden it's game on.
Well, even if it hadn't nicked off Campo, Steinson was nowhere near Gallas.
He certainly lost him, yeah. He lost him at the back post.
And it was a good finish from a defender who's always had an eye for goal. 2-1 The 10 men have something to fight for now. It's suddenly nervy for Bolton Wanderers, who, to their credit, had gone out searching for the third goal that would certainly have put the game to bed for them.
Change of systems made all the difference. Back three now, it allows them to play 4 in midfield and 2 up top, so not hugely disadvantaged.
Bolton haven't won here in the Barclays Premier League since the very start of the year. A very late winner against the hapless Derby County. That was Nicholas Anelka's last game for the club. 5 home wins in which Anelka, Gallas's friend from France, of course, scored 5 goals, but it's Gallas who's scored here and undermined the attempt, maybe undermined the attempt for a home win for Bolton Wanderers today.
Certainly made a long last 20 minutes or so for Gary Megson. Must have felt it 2-0, and with most of the game being played in the Arsenal half, that this was going to be his day. All of a sudden he's got an awful lot of work to do.
Here's Adebayor chasing, or trying to chase the ball that was aimed over the top by Fabregas, well defended by Cahill. Walcott. Samuel backpedaling, but anticipating what was in Walcott's mind. Walcott back to put a bit of pressure on Taylor. Nothing comes easy in this league. Is there anything we can do, I guess, is the sort of tone of this conversation. Gary Megson to Archie Knox. I think they've been working very hard. Just a lapse of concentration at a set play. Arsenal have breathed a bit of new life into their ambitions here. Steinson, who was caught out by the corner, concedes another corner.
Well, at least he went to meet the ball. The danger was here that Adebayor gets across the front of him. At least he was on the move there. The whole complexion of the game has changed now.
It's a more straightforward problem to deal with at the near post for Ivan Campo that time. Clem. Clichy. Clem again. Fabregas. Bayor trying to give him the angle. It's a brilliant play. Great save by Al-Habsi. Clem going in after it was Flamini who had the shot, and is the referee given a penalty here? Bolton are letting this slip.
It's a terrific layout from Adebayor. Flamini just opens his body. Al-Habsi does brilliantly. I don't think Gary Cahill gets any of the ball at all there.
Cahill on Clem.
Yeah, straightforward decision for Chris Foy again.
Just about on the halfway mark of the second half. The ball just about on the penalty spot. Here goes Robin van Persie. It's 2-2. Some comeback from 10 men Arsenal. And Arsene Wenger feels his team are not finished yet. Rammed in by Robin van Persie.
Well, 10 minutes ago you get long odds in this score. Arsenal looked down and out. Terrific penalty, just closes his body at the last moment there. to wrong foot the goalkeeper, and Arsene Wenger knows it's back on.
Well, Van Persie stayed on when the substitutions were made, but what a difference it has been. Adebayor had a key part in that move, linking with Flamini. And the switch in taking off a defender to just give Arsenal more numbers in attack has made for a dramatic transformation here. But where do we go from here? The draw's not much good to Bolton, and psychological scars to be 2-0 up against 10 men and end up only taking 1 point won't help their fight in the remaining games. So they've got to think about getting a winner from somewhere, and Arsenal are certainly in the mood to take this on apace. Clichy. It's Adebayor, and he can't quite get there.
Well, he's almost in. It's a bread and butter long ball. It takes the two centre-backs out the game. Don't think Habsi was getting there either.
Arsenal have stuck to their principles, and Gary Megson's team have conceded 2 goals in quick succession, and a 2-0 lead has disintegrated before the manager's eyes. And here's Flamini, and it might get worse for Bolton here with Adebayor.
And Gary Cahill perhaps reluctant to make the challenge there. I thought he could have got the tackle in.
Davis. Now McCann. Clichy tried to steal it. Diouf. A couple of lucky ricochets for Arsenal. Clichy. Fabregas. Adebayor offside. Must have been close. Steinson. Bolton, I guess, out there trying to clear their heads from a sheer shock. The 2 goals from Matt Taylor, wiped out by Gallas, and a Van Persie penalty. But it's Ivan Campo.
But easy on the half volley. Van Persie right in his face anyway. Gary Megson will just be relieved to see the ball up that end of the pitch. Become a bit of a siege the last 10 minutes.
Well, there have been 1 or 2 questions asked about how together are Bolton in this fight against relegation. Probably stimulated by a couple of incidents, one involving Ivan Campo here last weekend, and Mate, the defender, who refused allegedly to come out for the second half against Manchester United recently. Although he subsequently amended his story to say that he was injured. Nicely done between Davis and Diouf, but the third man, Taylor,
just wanted it rolled in front of him. Man, just wanted it square, rolled in front of him, could have allowed it to go across his body. Bolton just been totally rocked by these 2 goals.
Campo. And Clichy. Energy defending and in attack, although he can't go forward so much now, but others are. And the travelling Arsenal fans who might have been kissing this one goodbye at half-time, but hope restored. Trying to back their team for further heroics here. Toure. Gallas. Taken on by Toure. So Fabregas again not finding the range. Leb was out there on the left. Guthrie. Fabregas got a little touch to the ball. Redeeming tackle. Arsenal have really got the bit between their teeth. Out by O'Brien, but it's a clearance more than a pass. And Arsenal will try and come back at them again through Kolo Toure. Attitude and ability. That's Arsenal in the last 15 minutes. Having made, it must be said, a slow start to the second half. Surviving one or two scares and nothing quite as slick for Bolton at the moment.
To be fair to Arsene Wenger, the change of shape has just made so much difference. It means they can match up with Bolton up the pitch. Still have a bit of insurance with Bolton only really playing Kevin Davis up and Diouf off.
Adebayor. At the moment it looks as though Arsenal have the extra man. Van Persie. Fabregas for Adebayor. He was just trying to pick a spot, but rushed it in the end and was well wide.
I think he's onside. I think it's Andy O'Brien who's deepest for Bolton. In fact, there's two there. J. Lloyd-Samuel also playing him onside, just trying to dink it into the top corner. And you'll feel there's more chances to come in this game, particularly with the way that Arsenal are getting at Bolton now.
Well, his team are revived. His substitutions really at the heart of that, Arsene Wenger. Might have been forgiven for saying, oh, well, it's another bad day at Bolton. And we've lost our chance of winning the title really over the last 5 games. But now they have to defend though. Ball that's aimed for Davis, cleared by some quick-footed defending by Toure.
That's a great reaction because he anticipated that Davis was going to win it, and he knocked it into a great area, Kevin Davis.
Just moved inside the last 15 minutes here. Two teams making light of dreadful weather to produce an engrossing contest. Cahill. Bolton need a bit of leadership here, you feel. Players out there could still say, come on, we've got the extra man.
You made the point earlier on, Martin, that there's plenty of experience in the Bolton side, so they should be able to keep it better than they are right now. I just don't think they saw this comeback on the cards at all. It really has shaken them.
And Walcott finds Fabregas. Van Persie. Good for him to get a goal under his belt. He's come back, quick free kick. Fabregas Adebayor's flagged offside. And Chris Foy does stop it.
No, couldn't have been much in it. The ball was good. Oh, he's onside. Well onside. J. Lloyd-Samuel this side playing him on.
Toure. Now Walcott. To the feet of Adebayor. Oh, he's got it away from maybe a couple of challenges that Chris Foy was looking at with suspicion. Had to be a double switch now by Gary Megson. Stelios Giannakopoulos and Nicky Hunt are coming on. First off is Guthrie. And El Hadj Diouf, who has been booked. Giannakopoulos in particular has done some damage to Arsenal here. Scored in 3 games at the Reebok for Bolton against the Gunners. All of those games, Bolton victories, so maybe he's the man to turn it back Bolton's way. Adebayor, Van Persie, see what he was trying to do.
It's a good layoff from Adebayor. He needed somebody to come and support. Had nowhere to go there.
Arsene Wenger's complaining that Bolton are time wasting here. Having taken due care and attention over his placing of the ball, and kicks it straight out of play. It's going to help Bolton's attempt to regain their confidence and regain their grip on the game, because that's what they had at the start of the second half. They were forcing a succession of corners. They were 2-0 up, almost banking the 3 points. Walcott. Great run. Oh, Van Persie just didn't get his geography right in relation to the cross and the goal.
I think that's exactly it. If he's within the width of the goal post here, he scores. It's just outside the front post. Maybe he doesn't realise it. He's trying to help on to the target. Good pace in the cutback.
Some real acceleration by Walcott that exposed Taylor's defending. Clichy, Fabregas. There's a problem here for Nicky Hunt, who's only just come on. A season of many problems for him, and it looks as though the sub straight away is going to have to be substituted himself. A problem around the collarbone, the left shoulder. That's an interesting change. See how it happened at Davy against Kleb.
Yeah, very little contact. Maybe a collarbone and maybe a dislocated shoulder. Either way, it's a change that Gary Megson didn't really want to make at this late stage. He would take a point now, Gary Megson.
Van Persie and Walcott. Interception by Cahill. Here's Toure. Flamini, who was trying to be the distraction by the near post for Arsenal. Walcott. I think Walcott actually stopped McCann getting out from what looked a fairly legitimate challenge in the first place. The free kick's gone Arsenal's way. Percy declined the offer to slide it just down the side that Fabregas was giving him. It would be a shattering blow for Bolton Wanderers if Arsenal were to get a third here. Van Persie. Two Bolton players going for the same ball. Adebayor, Kolo Toure tried to pick him out. Kleb. Fabregas. Put it out by Samuel. Flamini. Leap by Adebayor, but didn't get to the ball. Kleb. Fabregas again. Andy O'Brien's there, but he's headed it up more than away, although Giannakopoulos can divert it forward. Clichy, the one-man back four, if you like.
They've won some big headers, the Bolton centre-backs here in the last 5 minutes.
They don't win that one. Adebayor, it's Gallas. As Adebayor out-jumped Cahill. Clipped back by Kleb. Samuel drops for Walcott. Still Walcott, he could have gone down maybe.
Oh, he certainly could.
And he's come back and fouled Samuel, and Bolton given the advantage. But Theo Walcott trying to pick a way through then. We should applaud honesty, really, rather than the attempt. I'm saying it would be deception because the challenge was coming in. It was there to feel, really, and you feel it and a foul. Take the penalty. It didn't happen for Arsenal. Walcott now driving back to defend. Giannakopoulos. Both sides can still win this game. Ivan Campo trying to do just that for Bolton.
Well, he's capable of an awful lot better. Kleb's trying to get to him, but he had plenty of time there. You see the disappointment in his face.
Van Persie. We're into the last 3 minutes now. It's been a terrific effort by the depleted Arsenal outfit. She needs some help here because Davis characteristically has gone and won it. And trying to find Rajak the right idea. A difficult ball on a sodden pitch. Kleb, great movement by Flamini. Typical Arsenal, even with 10 men. Adebayor wanting the cutback. Van Persie's there! And he's had a couple of sights at goal at 2-2.
It's a great chance on his stronger side as well. And it is on the half volley, but his body shape's very good here. You expect him to hit the target here.
He'll come back, not quite completed by Arsene Wenger's team. There is still time, but not much of it. Toure. Flag up against Adebayor. Probably wouldn't have got it anyway.
He reckons not. He's played right on the edge since he's come on. He's had a couple go against him. Another tight one there.
Doesn't drop quite where Davis was trying to put it, but Giannakopoulos on the scene. And now McCann. Giannakopoulos, good movement by the Pole, Rajak. Plenty forward for Bolton here, but not where Giannakopoulos played it. Kleb. Using Clichy initially as a decoy, but Clichy's still running. And Arsenal are still interested in getting another one here and getting a most improbable victory. In the last 30 seconds of the 90, but it's going to be 4 added minutes. And here's Kleb in behind Bolton Wanderers. Fabregas, goal! It got there in the end, and Arsenal have got there at the end. Extraordinary for a team with 10 men, for a team that was 2-0 down.
Well, they just lose Alexander Kleb, drifts into the left channel, they're not picked up, hoping somebody is going to attack the front post, And it's Fabregas who gets himself in there. Loads of time to look up there, Gleb. Good pick out. Well, a couple of deflections, but no more, surely, than this 10-man Arsenal side deserve. A heroic effort here when they look down and out at 2-0 down and a man down.
Off Andy O'Brien and then Jay Lloyd-Samuel. But it ends up in the back of the Bolton net. A crestfallen Gary Megson. And his players have seen a seemingly impregnable position. I know they're playing Arsenal, but Arsenal, 5 games without a win in the Premier League, remember. Arsenal with Abu Dhabi sent off here. It was there in Bolton's grasp, but on a very wet day, they've seen it slither away from them. Van Persie's penalty part of it. What we have in such remarkable circumstances, Arsenal are saying we're going to hold on to now. We've put another defender on in Hoyt for Van Persie. Now Bolton in stoppage time. Paulo Toure says no, let it go. Almunia won't hurry. Andy O'Brien got the telling touch because that was the one that sent it goalwards, and Jay Lloyd-Samuel could do nothing about it. Fabregas celebrates the goal and the comeback that has reinvigorated Arsenal. You were wondering, Davey, about how they would take their mood into the Liverpool triple header if they were beaten yet again at Bolton. This is supposed to be such a bad ground for them.
Yeah, well, a lot of people would say that Arsenal can't mix it. Well, it certainly had to mix it today. Astonishing effort. And go back to the changes that Arsene Wenger made. Absolutely critical to the outcome of this game.
Davis has headed in a bit too strongly. About 90 seconds left. Clichy gives it straight to McCann. Cahill's gone up front. Hoyt. Samuel. Hoyt gets there. Just slided forward for Theo Walcott. Davis with another flick, anticipated by Gallas. Here's Taylor. Kanakopoulos is on the move. Almunia, though, bosses the situation and uses up a few more seconds. Suddenly time is the friend to Arsenal. Arsene Wenger is annoyed with Almunia, who's just kicked it straight back to Bolton, really in the shape of McCann. In by Samuel.
He's on the touchline, Arsene Wenger. He's wanting him up the pitch. He's not wanting him to invite Bolton onto the edge of the Arsenal box here.
And Cahill, well, the Arsenal manager you saw down on his knees, and his team were on their knees at 2-0 down and a man light. And who would have thought then that the red and white scarves of the Arsenal fans being brandished here in triumph at the Reebok Stadium. Walcott. And, do for Arsenal. Chris Foy looks at the watch. But this not only leaves Bolton Wanderers empty-handed from the match, it's a terrible psychological blow to their hopes of avoiding relegation. They were 2-0 up, but Arsene Wenger with a real show of emotion here, because his troops, depleted by the sending off of Abu Dhabi and being 2-0 down, have bounced back in the most dramatic fashion. It was an untidy winning goal, but it was no more maybe than Arsenal deserved with the way they addressed their problems. The manager played a big part in changing the shape of things. Andy O'Brien diverted the ball towards his own net, but prior to that, Gallas from a poorly defended corner from Bolton's point of view. And then when Cahill brought down Flair, Van Persie rammed in the penalty. And Arsenal were strong enough and confident enough to go on and end their run without a win. It would have been Arsene Wenger's worst run in the Premier League as manager of Arsenal. Instead, it's a triumph at the Reebok this time. It's Bolton 2, Arsenal 3.
It was a mental test. We 2-0 down, 10 against 11, and half an hour to go was 2-0, and we knew as well that even 2-2 was not good enough, and we had to go. You could see that even when you scored the second goal, we took the ball quickly back to kick off because we wanted absolutely to win. We knew to stay in the race. Only 3 points were good enough today, and it was a mental test, and I'm very proud of the team tonight.
We can't blame anybody but ourselves. You know, each of the 3 goals that we've conceded were from a defensive point of view, not just from defenders, but they were poor goals. I think on each occasion we've had the ball in their last third, and the next time we're touching it, it was in our net. So you know, we've had ample opportunity to get rid of it, and we haven't done that.
No, I don't consider it's my goal, but I think sometimes you have to be there, you have to try to do it. And in the last few games, we've been a bit unlucky conceding this kind of goals in our box. And you know, today we had luck, and it went in their goal, so it's okay.
Well, that incredible comeback keeps alive Arsenal's title ambitions. But what a heartbreaker for Bolton. They're now 4 points short of safety. After the break, more action and drama in Match Choice.
Wednesday from 7, live on Sky Sports. The UEFA Champions League quarter-finals. Arsenal against Liverpool.
Torres, goal!
Plus Fenerbahce v Chelsea.
Fantastic header!
The UEFA Champions League, Wednesday from 7. Who can make it to Moscow and the Champions League final? Follow it all the way on Sky Sports.
Russian Standard Vodka, Russia's #1 premium vodka.
There are all sorts of people in the Army. Discover more about yourself with the Army Pathfinder at armyjobs.mod.uk.
Welcome to Uncle Tony's.
Well, it's certainly unique.
Found the pool.
What's he do anyway?
Some kind of internet nerd or something. Of course, he's not my real uncle.
I'm not sure he's even a real Tony.
Hans Schmidt. He's Welsh.
Mate, he's an internet fraudster. Makes me glad I got my Barbie card to protect me from all this.
Online fraud protection from Barclaycard.
Free your skin with the new Wilkinson Sword Quattro Titanium Precision. 4 titanium-coated blades to reduce irritation, an edging blade, and a built-in trimmer make it easy to maintain your look. The new Quattro Titanium Precision from Wilkinson Sword. Free your skin.
Welcome to Beverly Hills, home of the rich and famous. Just look at the beautiful cars.
It's okay for today. They're gone.
The Renault Clio, an exterior sign of inner richness. Now appearing on a street near you. The Renault Clio range, with 0% finance over 3 years with a 10% deposit.
Love film?
Yeah.
Want an easy way to rent DVDs?
Yes! Yes!
Want to choose from over 65,000 titles?
What?
From just $3.99 a month?
Huh? I mean, wow.
What about late fees? Okay, no late fees ever.
That's very reassuring.
We send, you watch. It's that simple.
Seriously?
Even the postage is free.
Top that.
For your 2-week free trial, go to lovefilm.com.
Flawless, radiant and visibly even skin. Now on your underarms. Rich in face care ingredients like omega-6, hydrating glycerol and 1/4 moisturizing cream. Dove deodorant is the beauty treatment for your underarms. Dove deodorant.
Makes me glad I got my Barbie card to protect me from all this.
Apply online today for a Platinum Barclay card and get 0% on balance transfers for 14 months.
I can do this. You are the man, yes? No, I'm not the man. I got what it takes. On me.
Bring it!
Wrigley's Airwaves. Experience the kick.
Why not, Troy? What? Yeah, again. Yeah. Let's make this moment last.
7 matches to go, and the title is starting to slip away from Arsenal. Victory was vital at their bogey ground of Bolton if Manchester United were not to disappear from sight. Extended highlights from that match and 5 more games in the Barclays Premier League available right here. And the choice is yours via the red button. Screen 1 takes us to St Andrews. Birmingham looking to lift the relegation blues, take on Sven's Manchester City. Sunderland were looking to build on their first away win. A home victory over West Ham would raise survival hopes even further. That's screen 2. The bottom 2 served up an unexpected thriller at Pride Park. Derby on the brink of relegation, Fulham not far from it. Screen 3 to watch that one. On screen 4, Harry and Pompey were chasing the win that would boost their chances of a top 6 finish. Steve Bruce and Wigan with relegation worries on their minds. Reading were looking to make it 4 wins out of 5 to improve their survival bid. Blackburn, the opposition, at the Medeski. Screen 5 for that. And what became an incredible game of the day is on screen 6, battling Bolton against an Arsenal team anxious to get back in the title race. You can access the match of your choice right now by
to get the ball in on his left foot. That is just an incredible angle. He knows where the goal is, and
First time, great finish, not giving the keeper any chance to go over. Here, we're getting towards the end of the game now. Portsmouth know they just need to try and defend, but what they've got pace, and they can attack with pace as well. Any good coach will tell you can't have a high line like that when the midfielder hasn't got pressure on the ball, so he can just deliver his pass whenever he wants. And Jermaine Defoe, one-on-one situation, you know you'll put your mortgage on him scoring.
And if you're David James, you need a good performance after, you know, the controversy in Paris.
Well, you know, it's a little bit harsh, maybe, you know, because he gave away the penalty in Paris, but he's certainly England's #1 goalkeeper at the moment. He's in great form, and you can see there he just spreads himself. He's so big. He's an absolute beast. He really is. And even in the Ryan Taylor, in the rebound, he just spread himself so big. Ryan Taylor just panicked a bit, and instead of just being a bit composed, he shot over.
Derby are finally down by drawing with Fulham. They've probably taken Fulham with them. I say finally, it was the quickest relegation in Premier League history. For Paul Jewell, does the work start here? You just wonder what's been going through his mind since he arrived.
I think the work started a couple of months ago, and to be honest, I was surprised he took the job. You know, his stock was very high, keeping Wigan up. I think he perhaps could have got a better job. Unfortunately, his record's not been particularly great. I don't think he's won in the league as manager of Derby. He just won an FA Cup game. His work would have started a couple of months ago. He knows, or he knew, that Derby were going down, so he's been planning with the chairman as well what type of players they want for next season.
Do you think if they'd had their chance again, it could have been different? It seems to me that tactically that they made a few bad decisions at Derby.
Yeah, I think it was always going to be tough, and I know people were saying it was wrong to say they got up too early, but the fact was they did go up too early. I didn't think no one was expecting them to go up. And unless you're willing to really gamble, and it is then a gamble to spend 20, 30 million pounds and say, right, we're going to give the manager this and try and stay up, with all due respect to the squad that they had, it was always going to be difficult. I don't think they quite envisaged it would be this difficult, but no, I think they were always going to be coming back down.
A word about Fulham, as I say, favourites to go with them. It's a big show. I've got a soft spot for Fulham. I think a lot of people have, but where have they gone wrong?
I mean, Laurie Sanchez came in, didn't he? Spent quite a bit of money. It could be argued that sacking Chris Coleman wasn't a good decision in the first place. Everyone knew him. He did a good job, and perhaps it shows the job he actually did, the fact that he managed to keep Fulham in the Premier League, because I think they'll struggle now. I don't see them getting out of it. I really don't. You haven't won away from home. You're playing against Derby, who have only won one game all season. This is a game you have to win. It's as simple as that, and they just weren't able to do that.
A very quick look ahead to the Merseyside derby. Who's going to win?
I think it's a bigger game for Everton than Liverpool. I think if Everton win, there's still only a point in it. If Liverpool win, 5 points. But I'll go for Liverpool. I think they're a little bit stronger at the moment.
Well, congratulations on getting off the fence. A very difficult one to call, that one in particular. All right, Scott, been good to have you here.
Thanks,
See you again
Matt.
soon. Well, live football coming up throughout Sunday, starting with the Johnston's Paint Trophy final from Wembley. Grimsby against the MK Dons at 12:30, Sky Sports 1 and Sky Sports HD. That's followed by the Merseyside derby, Liverpool against Everton at 3:30, same channels. And on Sunday night, a Spanish double. Deportivo against Murcia at 7, followed by Real Madrid against Sevilla at 8, both on Sky Sports 1. So at last, Arsenal refined the form that made them favourites for the title a few weeks ago. United respond in kind, and now Chelsea have to beat Borough to maintain their title hopes. But with 6 weeks to go, there is no sign yet of a fat lady singing.
Sport news and views at skysports.com.
the month for big Premier League clashes. Man United v Arsenal.
Oh, what a start. That shows them.
Liverpool v Blackburn.
Another goal.
Everton v Aston Villa.
Yes.
Newcastle v Sunderland. Arsenal v Liverpool.
Yet again.
Arsenal v Reading.
Watch this.
Middlesbrough v Man United and Chelsea v Man United.
How important could that goal be?
The Premier League comes alive on Sky Sports in April.
Every day, 9-year-old Editsa sets out on the hour-long journey to fetch water from the river. What she carries back is equal to half her body weight. With World Vision, you can sponsor a child like Editsa for just 60p a day, but what you feel in return is priceless.
Just to provide clean water, I do feel a sense of pride that these small contributions that I'm making is making such a difference to somebody else's life.
What will you feel when you sponsor a child with World Vision? Call 0800 50 10 10 now or visit worldvision.org.uk.
Give a little love, and it all comes back to you. You're gonna be remembered for the things that you say and do. You're gonna be remembered for the things that you say and do.
Get codes from special bottles of Coca-Cola. Collect for rewards. Get into the zone.
Next time you're looking to place a bet, go to Betfair. Betfair punters match bets against each other. And could get better odds as a result. No wonder we're Britain's biggest online betting company. Betfair. Betting as it should be.
New Pringles rice infusions. They're on everyone's lips.
They're really, really tasty.
I like the crunch.
It's yummy.
It's a really nice flavour.
That's really good. Are they made out of rice? Cheese, onion. They're really, really good. It's really intense. Can I keep them?
New Pringles rice infusions. Join the taste revolution.
With more destinations, more people have gone away with Teletext Holidays. Visit teletextholidays.co.uk.
Well, you know, looking back, I know the exact time and place where I lost my confidence with maths. It was back in class 4C, and I lost my way with times tables.
7 8 are 56, 8 8 are 64.
I was too scared to put my hand up and say, it's all gobbledygook to me. But I've just taken this free adult maths course at my local college. They start you at the point where you got lost and build up your confidence from there. Now, my fear of maths has just gone away. To get maths confident and get on, call 0800 66 0800. Our future is in our hands.
Get codes from special bottles of Coke Zero. Collect for rewards. Get into the zone.
When I'm walking, I strut my style, and I'm so hung out. I fly like a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like I blister in that
Foster's super chilled. Well, you wouldn't want a warm beer, would you?
big hands, I know you're the one.
You're watching Sky Sports.
Financial. What? How to go? Yeah.
7 matches to go.